All right, I am going to get so real with you all today in my episode in his Shift into Overflow podcast. If you don't know me, I am Amber. I am the founder of Amber Elliott Coaching. I am a trained intuitive and energetic healer, and I run two businesses. But today I'm going to get into your soul's purpose and why getting on your soul's purpose, on your soul pool, is the hardest freaking pathway that you can take. And why this is because when you are following your higher self's plan, you are listening to your intuition. If you actually get to do what you want in this life, like what your soul came here to do in your life, not even what you want, but what your soul came here to do and what your higher self planned for you, you are listening to intuition. You are not going to do that if you do not have intuition. And that is why it's so important to train your intuition. Also, you have to go against the grain of everybody else because there is like 0.011% of people actually doing this. Like, there is not a lot of people that actually have the guts, the determination, and the knowledge to follow their soul's purpose. So you have to block out everybody else's thoughts, opinions, judgments, energy. You have to know how to do the energy work to do this. You have to have the intuition to be able to know what thoughts are yours, what thoughts are somebody else's, and then also the intuition to know what's actually beneficial, what the steps you should take on a daily basis are to get you to where you're going. And if you are high frequency soul, which if you came here, if you land on my podcast, that tells me you are. There's a reason you're here. You are meant to be a teacher. And if you are meant to be a teacher, you have this high frequency soul. You have this knowing that you are meant to do something bigger than yourself. You are meant to have a bigger purpose and you are meant to share that. You are meant to help a lot of other people. And if that is you, you have to know how to build whatever you are teaching brick by brick. You have to have the whole goddamn blueprint to be able to create what you want to in this life. And that is why it is so hard because ratting myself out and using me as an example is that I could make money. Like, I have had a hard life, but I've been able to make money and pour my heart, pour my energy, pour my determination, pour my perseverance into what I'm creating, and I have been able to be successful. I got to a point where I went from homeless at 20 to a homeowner at age 25. I built a six-figure business in its first year live easily. Um, Obviously there was effort to go into it, but it wasn't like I was doing crazy shit. Like it was just I was following my pools. I was building what I was passionate about, and I was putting myself out there how a lot of people won't ever do in this life. And then I discovered intuition and actually training intuition. I've had intuition throughout my whole life. I've been one of those people with like a natural gift, but I never knew how to use it. And I thought it was really weird. So I like turned it off at a young age. But actually being able to train my intuition and open my gifts up again led me to finding my soul's purpose. And your soul's purpose is so much bigger than you, and it can be very terrifying. So, how it will come out is in stages. So, you'll be pulled to teach this, and then a couple months later, you'll be more in alignment to hear more about your soul's pool, and you'll be pulled to teach something else. And that is very much true for me. I've been pulled to do like a money course, and then I was pulled to do a getting out of hustle culture course, and then I was pulled to teach people how to train their intuition. So going back to why it's hard is because you have to know how to build it brick by brick. If somebody was to take it all away from you tomorrow, you have to know every single piece to put back into place to get where you were, to build it again. You have to have this in place. And then going even deeper, you have to be able to help other people do this. So you are going to experience the most obstacles out of anyone. And for me, I am made to talk a lot about money. My soul's blueprint is to teach people about money and how to be abundant in simple terms. I'm not going to get into my actual soul contract, but in simple terms, that's what it is. So I've had to have the most money reflections and the most money obstacles and to learn money inside and out and financial mindset and abundance, all of that. I've had to learn it brick by brick and I'm still learning it and it is going to be a theme in my life. It is going to just be on bigger levels because that's how it is. You get over one level and then you move on to the next, just like a video game. And then it gets increasingly harder every single time. And that's what it's going to be for me. But that is because I'm meant to teach other people, and I can't teach other people if I haven't had the lived experiences. And that is what I'm getting on my soul's purpose, because I'm supposed to teach other people how to get on their soul's purpose too. And it is hard. It is so hard. There are so many times that you are going to want to give up, and your intuition is going to tell you, no. Like, no, you need to do this. You cannot give up. This is what you're here to do. And without intuition, I would have given up. I wouldn't have even created this yet. Like, I don't know when I would have created this, even though it's been an intuitive hit for me for a while, without having my trained intuition that I could access at every step of the way. I would not have built this business yet. It probably would have been in a couple years. Right now, looking in, it would have been, I wouldn't have gotten here until I was 30 years old. So I did it 5 years faster, which is great. But it's also going to be like a slow start, and you're going to have to really push your limits. You're really going to have to fall into belief with yourself. That's what most people aren't willing to do and are scared to do and don't have the resources to do. We all too often listen to other people's opinions and think they know what's best. And actually, all that's doing when you're listening to other people's thoughts, opinions, um, constantly going to other people for advice, you're actually getting farther and farther off your soul's purpose and your soul's plan, which is wild. And that is why train your intuition. I am not trying to tell you anything that is not going to help you. Like, I am dead serious when I say training your intuition is one of the best things that you can do for yourself if you actually want to live on your soul's purpose, your soul's plan, and access that desired reality that you want. Fun little side tangent is that desire actually means that you are meant to have it in this life. Like, it is a guaranteed possibility. It's guaranteed because it's in your soul plan. So you have all the resources you are meant to have, all the knowledge you are meant to go through, all the things to build that. But it's a possibility because we have free will. So we do still have that choice. And if we choose not to do those actions, if we choose not to pursue it, we're not going to get it in this lifetime. Fun little tangent. So, if you are going down your soul's purpose, your soul's plan, if you're feeling this pull to start to do it, if you have landed on this podcast episode, just know that it is not going to be easy. And when it's not easy for you, that is part of it, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't quit, keep going. Because the moment that you decide you want to quit, you could have just been seconds away from that moment that would change your whole entire reality, that would send you over the edge. You might have been making $0 up to this point, and if you quit today, tomorrow might have been the day that you were going to bring in $350,000 in one day. Like, you never know what's going to happen. So commit and keep going and listen to your intuition and train your intuition and learn the energy work and do the hard work of reprogramming your brain, because it is going to pay off. Being on this journey is going to give you the most financial freedom, the most fulfillment. You're going to have the most impact. You're going to live the life that you want to. But it all starts with the continuing to go down and not giving up on yourself. You have to fall deeply in belief with yourself and actually put in the actions on a day-to-day basis to build what you're supposed to build in this life. So, my whole point of today's podcast episode was just to give you a little bit more info on the soul's plan, the soul's purpose, the soul pool, and to also just tell you that if you are one of those people that are struggling right now, it is okay. It is part of it. You are supposed to learn everything that you possibly can about what you are building now. And that is beautiful, because when you learn everything about what you are building right now, you can replicate it. You can replicate it. If it was taken away from you tomorrow, you could build it again. And that in itself is so beautiful and something I really want you to start to sit with and emotionally connect to, especially if you are feeling the pressure and you are feeling like you just want to give up. Don't keep going. You got this. And thank you for tuning in today into the Shift into Overflow podcast. I'm so excited to sit down with you again next week in another podcast episode.